If there's one thing I love in games, it's puzzles, and it's one of the reasons I love games like The Legend of Zelda, Darksiders, Okami, and many more, but I've not played many puzzle games. I stumbled across In Between on the Switch eShop when it was on offer, and I had enough gold points to cover the remaining costs, so I got the game for free. It looked interesting from the trailer, guiding a guy through areas where it looks like you can affect gravity to walk on walls and move things around. It turns out the game is about a man who's dying of cancer, and the game is what goes on inside his head, hence being able to shift gravity. As you progress through the game, you get cutscenes and snippets of the guy's life, his family, regrets, and various memories. Soon the game starts going through the 5 stages of grief, with the stages in each section having something to represent it incorporated into the stages, like with the first section, Denial.
The darkness often scared me. If you face the dark, Mama said, the dark will be afraid of you.
The puzzles in the game then have walls of darkness that close in on you, and you have to face the darkness to stop it from consuming you. There's a lot that can kill you during the stages. Spikes all over the place, large blocks, small blocks, and the chapter-specific hazards all combine to make a lot of difficult routes you need to take. Luckily, you can retry as many times as you like, and some stages have checkpoints which are very much needed, as I died a hell of a lot. Some puzzles royally kicked my ass and took numerous attempts, to the point I started to get a little fed up with the repetitiveness of having to attempt the same puzzle over and over again. A few times I thought, bored now, and gave up, but after a day or two I'd want to see what happened with the plot, go back to it fresh, and eventually be able to beat it. Unfortunately, I'm in the middle of one of those bored now stints at the moment, so I haven't completed the game yet. There are 6 chapters, the intro and then the 5 stages of grief, and I think I'm about halfway through the 4th chapter. I'm sure sooner or later I'll go back to it, as I do want to find out how the game ends. All in all, it's a decent game with some great ideas and puzzles, but I certainly wouldn't pay £10 for it, especially considering what other games there are for the same price, like Cat Quest, but it's on offer again, then I'd recommend checking it out.
They're probably still talking about my graceful exit. When I was diagnosed with cancer, they fired me. At least my health insurance covered most of the bills. This rage is consuming me. My father always remained calm. Fly too close, and you crash into the sun. I remember a party. I was 17. My parents were away for the weekend, but came home early. The house was a disaster. Some of us were completely wasted. My father took everyone home and cleaned up the mess. No yelling. Nothing. That was the worst.